using Gen AI tools for, or any other AI tools or technology tools for learning? I mean, you mentioned PS GPT. I think that's quite interesting. It's a homegrown Chat GPT version, I'm sure, and doing a lot more. What else are you doing to ensure that people continue to get upgraded and not just AI? I mean, there's just so much more domain skills and soft skills employees need as you progress. What is it that you're doing, and what kind of tools that you're using to ensure that people are learning continuously?
So, so one thing, Neeti, I think we understood this sometime back to make uh, to kind of get a learning mindset and to kind of make it a like have a learning culture within the organization. We have to make learning sticky. It needs to be pull, and it cannot be just push. That hey, there is a new technology, go learn it. Or there's a new leadership style, go kind of figure it out. It doesn't work that way, right? Uh, it is very important, and specifically for look, we are a pyramid organization, so our entry level to associates, senior associates, that's where the maximum population is, right, in terms of the workforce. For them, they are already working more than 8 hours on a client project, right? How do they take time to learn, to upskill, to cross skill or reskill themselves, and what will make it sticky, learning sticky enough for them? So I think that's where we started, talking about, can we link learning to what a person wants, like in this career stages, like what is that person is looking for? The person is looking for growth. I mean, that's the first thing which comes to someone's mind. So I think we figured out that learning has to be linked to someone's career aspirations, career growth, and subsequent skill building. And that's when it becomes as sticky for them to go out there and kind of do stuff on their own, right? So we kind of went on to this journey of mapping roles to skills, kind of giving that picture to people, saying that hey, you are here today, this is where I am today, how do I get to the next one? Three questions: where am I today, how do I get to the next one, and what will help me get there? We answered these three questions. So today, I know these things. Tomorrow, to grow, I need to know these things. And how I will get there, what will help me, is learning. So I think that picture really helped us make it a very continuous, effort from people to kind of get out there, use the programs, the interventions we were designing for them. So I think that worked, and that journey is still on, because the skill curve, is so fast changing. I mean, like, every day there is a new skill, every day there is something new someone has to understand. And in this whole thing, I think the learning team, it is imperative for the learning team to really understand the trend and to understand that skill curve. It is very, very important. And for that, they have to work with business, they have to be joined with business at the hip. I mean, as simple as that. You have to be continuously there to understand what's happening in the industry, what are the clients asking for, and then continuously evolve what you're offering to your people based on that.
I think what you said is bang on, right? I mean, if you align learning goals to an employee's growth plan or vision for themselves, right? I think then it becomes a pull factor as against L&D largely pushing, saying, ye kar lo, wo kar lo, and
Right.
and then, it becomes your goal and not their goal to ensure that they're upskilled, right? So I think that's a great idea, but how do you align it to the organization goal as well? Because that's also pretty equally important. One is my individual growth and my learning plan, and is my learning plan aligning to the organization plan, right? I mean, do you do that as well?
we do that because when I say you have to be linked, I mean, you have to really work with business. uh, the skills which are defined and which a person can see, like what they have to build, right? For so they can say that, oh, I want to do something X and Y, which is apart from what you have, which is fine. But at the same time, there are skills which are defined as per the organizational needs. That's what uh, the demand is, right? And that is tied very well to the overall skill growth metrics. So it's a continuous process. So there's a governance body who is continuously looking at that skill metrics and saying that, oh, you know what, this needs to change and this needs to add and this needs to go. So it is that, look, the whole thing will work only if that happens, otherwise it won't work, right? If I'm giving a person a 10, like helping person to get 10 skills, but none of them is required by the organization, then it won't help, right? I mean, where will I uh, the other thing we are trying to do now is, how do we use these skills the person is acquiring to help them get a better project, right? Because that will keep them going. Oh, you know what, say I'm just taking I know React, but at the same time I love Python because I want to do something in data analytics. And I say, go ahead and get that skill, not a problem. um, how can I help you? If you acquire that skill, how can I help you? I can help you if a particular project comes in which is asking for both these skills, and I can map you to that project. So I think these are few things. Now, since we have all, like, we have the base, now we are trying to kind of figure out use cases where we can use this data to help our people better.